Guys, how you doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So this is our Bitcoin evening wrap up. So we'll go over to the charts. So yeah, as you can see, today we had another little test down, which coincided with some weakness in the stock market. But we managed to get our way back up into this support zone. And yeah, so to be honest, this is looking relatively good for price action. If basically the bears wanted to take us out of this formation and take us down, they had every opportunity today, with stock markets being weak, but they weren't able to, and it looks like we could even get back above 9,500 pretty soon. So yeah, that would obviously be really good. I mean, we had our first attempt, a bit of a pullback, and a second attempt. I think we'll be able to break into this zone. And then yeah, then we'll be able to try and put in a more of a solid base and then push our way up. So yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, I did want to say as well, in this morning's video we were talking about how you get the wicks down and what I was kind of maybe expecting, but obviously Bitcoin doesn't work the same way as it usually has a wick down, and we don't normally catch that same sort of wick. So this is interesting, because I said normal markets do that. And then if we want to look at normal markets today, that is just basically exactly what happened. We had our move down yesterday, and then the move up, and then we came down, and then we did take out that low. And then this 4-hour candle, this candle is looking like a bullish candle. Obviously the markets are closed now, but yeah, so this is basically what normally happens in a market. You will, in a traditional market, you have the move down, you have a bit of a retrace, you can take out that low, and then obviously you can take out the low and carry on, or you can take out that low and then be bought up pretty quickly, and then proceed to have basically a resumption of the trend in the opposite direction. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of like what I was saying I would expect to happen in Bitcoin. We have the wick down, expect to take out that wick to flush any longs that had basically bought there, that had their stop below this candle, but that's not how Bitcoin usually works, and we went through some wicks this morning how it moves down. But yeah, so that's interesting. So yeah, it's good. This is a good close. If we go into the daily, it's a good close compared to what it was looking at. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I mean, it's still a bit of an indecision candle on the daily, but if you look at the 4-hour, you look how low we came down and then where we closed, it's actually not looking too bad at all. So really, the name of the game for the stock market is to get basically back up to 3,090. And onwards and upwards. And the reason I'm talking about that is because obviously we know we're pretty correlated to the stock market. So that would, if the stock market does that, which it looks like it may be able to do, then I do think that will be giving Bitcoin the impetus to get back up to the 10,000 area. Obviously, stock markets could still be weak next week, and then obviously we're going to expect the same in Bitcoin. But at the moment, it's not looking too bad. But yeah, obviously, as we know, those things can change. So yeah, I mean, it looks like as we speak, we're dropping towards this 9,400 level. Obviously, 9,400 is this zone. 9,400, 9,500 is a $100 like sort of support zone. We really want to be above. So it won't be good if we do start to just consolidate underneath 9,400, because I think that would we would find our way down around this 9,200 zone, in which case things start to get a little bit I say a little bit dicey, but a little bit dicey, we mean very dicey. If we sat at the bottom of this formation with potential stock market weakness, then it is obviously not ideal. For our Stokes starting to move up, so that is obviously good. The daily Stokes, I mean, this is not good for us. The 12-hour Stokes, sorry, this is not good for us really. So I mean, based on this, I would say the best case scenario is we hang around this zone and hold the bottom of this support line. So we are still looking at a zone between sort of 9,400 and 9,200, but we need to hold that and then eventually make our way back up. So there's obviously these Stokes to eventually turn around and go back up. Daily Stokes aren't looking as bad. I mean, they're not looking great, but these could obviously be looking worse. I mean, you can see we've got there's a lot of indecision on the daily, really, where we're going to go and what we're going to do with the Stokes at least. But yeah, so yeah, back to the 4-hour. it is a case of, obviously we've got the weekend, so it's not ideal having the weekend when we're about $200 above a really critical area for us, because it just makes it easier obviously for anybody out there that wants to potentially dump the price. We've got to keep an eye on that weekend Wall Street to see if that's looking weak, because that may drag us down. And yeah, and then obviously just the general shenanigans that are going on around the world, and the health problem maybe resurging, all these concerns that we've got. And I know you might, and like you say, you might be thinking, what's that got to do with Bitcoin? It's just got to do with overall markets and overall risk appetite in all markets. I mean, the big sell-off obviously in March coincided with the big sell-off in the stock market. So we know we fully correlated. If we get another big move down in stock markets again, I mean, we can expect another big move down in Bitcoin. What I would say though, again though, would be like we had today, stock markets move down and Bitcoin doesn't move down as much, and we had this big wick down initially. I would guess we would only really make it down to this zone even if stock markets potentially made new lows, which is, I mean, it's a big call. It's a big call, that, because Bitcoin obviously does move quite a lot compared to stock markets, but I believe this low here, I don't think we'll get this low again this time. I think that even if stock markets go lower than where they were at this point, Bitcoin may find some support around this zone. So literally anywhere between, say, 5,000 and, well, yeah, anywhere between mid 5,000s to yeah, anywhere around that zone. I don't know why I can't talk there. But yeah, so obviously that might sound absolutely a disgraceful price for Bitcoin, but we're talking about that in the context of if stock markets make new lows. So just bear that in mind. And yeah, so something to think about there, obviously, in the macro. I mean, again, we are in an important zone, really, because if we drop out this triangle, you would definitely expect there to be a lot of volume and a lot of selling pressure come in, that I can't see not really getting follow through all the way down to quite probably 7,000 area, and then it's a case of, do we even get picked up there? Do we play around this zone and come back up, or do we literally make a beeline for the bottom of here, where it's not even a particularly historical level, in all fairness? So that is quite worrisome as well, because worrisome because, you know, you guys know how much I like these horizontals, and there's not really a lot of horizontals going on down there, guys. So yeah, so it will be an interesting weekend. See what happens. Yeah. So yeah, just stay safe out there, guys. Try and do some hedging of your portfolio if you can. But right, so remember, it's not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, guys, and I will speak to you tomorrow.